Today I'm going to show you how to make this step card. Again, the nice thing about a step card is that it will fold flat to go into a regular envelope, and depending on how you decorate it, it can fit inside an A2 envelope. This particular one will not fit in the A2 envelope because I've extended the decoration out beyond the edge of the card base itself. This card, when you open it up, it will stand up, a self-supporting standing card, and it's just a matter of folding, folding on each end of it and choosing how you want to decorate it. This particular card, I used 3 different sets of dies on it. One for the bike, the dogs, the basket itself. I used the Stampin' Up! Bike Ride set. For the grass on the different levels, I used a Karen Berniston die set, Nature's Edges. And for the trees, another Karen Berniston set, the Tree Pop-Up. All right, let's get started on this. You will need to have 2 pieces of paper. One is out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that is cut in half to make an 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece. And then another piece that is the strap at the bottom of the card that keeps it from just collapsing and falling out flat. It'll keep it up. You need a 1 by 3 inch piece. Now, this 1 by 3 inch piece is a pretty simple one. Again, cut a piece of paper that is 1 inch wide and 3 inches long. You will then score it in half at 1.5 inches, and you will also score it 1/2 inch from each end. So setting it at the 2.5 inch mark, flipping it, and at the 2.5 inch mark again. We'll do that. The next piece of paper that you need to work on is your card base, the 8.5 by 5.5 inch sheet. What you will do first is line your piece of cardstock with the 5.5 inch side at the top. You will start your cutter at 7.25 inches and slide it up to 2.25 inches. The next thing you'll do is start scoring, and you will put the 2 inch section, 3.5 inch section. The 2 inch section will be at the end of the card closest to you. So, first score mark you make is at 7.25 inches. You will score it down to 3.5 inches. Then slide it over to 6.5 inches. And again, score it down to 3.5 inches. Slide it over to 5.5 inches. Score down to 3.5 inches. And slide over to 4.25 inches. This score is slightly different because this is not only the score for the step, but it's also the score for the card base itself. you will just go ahead and score that clear through the paper. One more slide over to 2 1/4 inches, and you score down to 3 1/2 inches, and you have finished with that. When you're folding this,
on this section, I meant to say it
section
is the 2-inch side that is at the left.
Make that a mountain fold. Now on the step portion of the card, the very bottom fold, again, is a mountain fold. The next fold is a valley fold. Then another mountain fold. A valley fold, and a mountain fold. Now what you want to do at this stage is make sure that all of those score lines are creased well. That will help as you finish the card to make sure that it stands up. If this was all you were doing, you would not need to add that strap across the bottom. However, as you put weight on it, and over time, the card will start to flatten out. So what I have done is I take the strap that I made, and using glue or strong tape, whichever you prefer using. And again, I prefer using the glue. I think that it holds better. This section here that forms the steps, you want to put the strap halfway along on that section, lining the crease, the first crease, along the bottom. You don't want to have it in the middle of the card because, again, most of the weight is going to be here and it will just start to spread out unevenly from that point. Now, then again, you put more glue or tape on this, close the card down, and takes a little bit of maneuvering, but get that there. And you want to open it up again pretty quickly just to make sure that you're not gluing anything in there that shouldn't be glued together. So now you have the base of the step card. And after that, the way that you choose to decorate it is you're on your own. On this one, I added blue behind the tree because I wanted a sky look. And the tree and then all these other pieces. A lot of it is cutting out the items that you want to put on it, and then you addition things. I'll just hold things in place or use a very lightweight tack of tape to put things in to see how they do, and because I often end up moving things around. But now you are with your basic premise to go with. If you have a lot of flat things that you're wanting to put on it, you may want to wait until the end to put your strap on. You know, these are just things that you need to try and work through on your own, but have fun with it. Thank you.
This is another example of a step card that I made using the Jars of Love stamp and die set by Stampin' Up.